JC here for retirecheap.asia. Well, winter's over. The hot smoky season has moved into the north. It's time to start thinking about either hanging out at the beach or maybe you want to live at the beach. You know, a lot of people come from seaside communities or from northern climates where it's always cold and they say, I don't want to live up in the north. Mountains, that's great, it's a little bit cheaper, okay, but I want to be near the water. So we're going to talk about some of these places. Remember, there's always options. So I'm going to give you an option today. If you look at on the map and you find Pattaya, south of Pattaya, you're going to see a place called Rayong. And I'm going to do a video about Rayong sometime, but it's a city. If you want to hang out at the beach and have a beach life, this is a place you ought to consider. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from Pattaya. If you get to Rayong, it's about another 15 minutes from Rayong. And it's called Me Rampung. Me Rampung. Now, Me Rampung is a place that's a long beach, as you'll see. As I'll walk around, you'll be able to see. And it's mostly for Thai people coming here. Now, on the weekends, it gets quite crowded, okay, because it's a place Thai people like to frequent. You know, a lot of people from Pattaya, because it's crazy, come down, hang out at the beach. So, Thai people inundate the place on the weekends. But during the week, it's fairly quiet. Now, if you wanted to hang out here, what would it be like? Well, you can eat seafood on the beach. Okay, they have little seafood restaurants everywhere. Now, it's broken up where one end of the beach is sort of for like picnicking. It's just, I mean, you can imagine walking every day. It's extensive beach. It's very long. So it's for more like picnicking, swimming, stuff like that. The water's fairly calm because we're on the Gulf of Thailand. Okay, we're not on the Andaman Sea, so you don't have to worry about tsunamis. The water's going to be calm, and you can see you can swim, no problem. The beach, the sand is okay. One thing about it is Thai people aren't as cognizant about trash. So as a foreigner, you might get a little bit, you know, perturbed about the amount of trash on the beach, you know. For some people it won't be an issue. For me, I like my beaches clean. So, yeah, a little trashiness gets to me a little bit. But, hey, you can sit and eat a meal, seafood meal for two, for about $7 US. And I'm talking about fresh seafood. You got fresh crabs, fresh fish, you know, still alive in coolers, you know. Fresh crabs, fish, shrimp, a lot of seafood. And so there's little seafood restaurants sitting on one end of the beach. Okay, now that's down on one end. Like I said, the other end is more for picnicking. But as you can see, if you wanted to walk and swim, this would be a place. So what would it cost you to live in a place like this? Well, if you wanted to get like a townhouse, now a 3-story townhouse that's furnished is going to cost you about $8,000 baht a month. Now it's got 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, so if you wanted to share that with somebody, you could do it. Now this is across the street from the beach. Now you don't have a beach view, but you walk across the street, you're at the beach. Or maybe you're into a bungalow, you want your own little private bungalow. A bungalow can be had for between 7,000 and 8,000 baht a month. Now remember, the bungalows and guest houses, things like that, are not going to have kitchens, where the townhouse would. So that's something to keep in mind. Or here's an option. How about a condominium? They took a condominium that had never been finished, basically, called Sea Sand Sun. And they finished remodeling it, and now 42 square meter units are only 695,000 baht. That's like $20,000, a little over $20,000. It's amazing. And if I showed you how close you are to the beach, like 100 meters from the beach, just right down the road. It turns and you're at the beach. So you're really close. So there's another option for you as well. You're not far from Rayong if you needed to go into town to get something. If you wanted to participate in the blender, what I call living in a blender activities of Pattaya, it's only an hour or so away. So if you're thinking about living at the beach and you like hanging out and you like being around a lot of Thai people, you know, because there's a lot of Thai people. Now, I did see a lot of foreigners here, but it's so big and there's so many people that there's not a conglomeration of them. So you'll feel very beachy here. So it's something to consider. You're also on the mainland, so it's easy access to and from, not like being on an island. You're also close to immigration because you're close to Pattaya. So it's something to consider. If you like the ambiance of the beach, you like to swim, you like to walk on the beach, consider something like this. Remember, when it comes to living in Thailand, there's always an option.